EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Silicon Valley. And with a foghorn sounding behind us, that can only mean one thing, and that is it's time for football at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they interplay here. Things haven't gone exactly according to plan to this point, but boy, you and I down there with them before the game, they were fired up.
And they understand how important this game is. Win this one, they can start to think about a turnaround.
Meanwhile, for the Lions here, they're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6 games. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And leading the charge, we get a look at their 6-year quarterback.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
And Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
And the 49er first down. First and 10 at the 49.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. You talk about this Lions defense. This crew against the pass, issues at times, ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
When they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against some people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for first. Now, this defense for the Lions, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Niners first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I had no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Credited with a 1 yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
He'll try and do this himself. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, Ceedee got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 26-yard line.
Now Purdy. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up.
What's up?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up fourth down.
A 47-yard attempt.
The kick by Carlson is good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
So here are the Lions now as they get set for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their young quarterback, the rookie out of Oklahoma.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week. But he found a way for his team to win.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Redding. Throw left side complete. That's Gibbs. On the gain of 3 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Looking to throw. Redding. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Foyesade Oluokun. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
Intercepted. The Niners take over.
Purdy looking to throw. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. The 20. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. And they're going to get him. They bring him down a sack back at the 16-yard line. And not a good time for the sack on 2nd and goal. A loss of 6. And now it's 3rd down. Jennings, a receiver in motion right. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And Diggs has it. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal. Out is Carlson now for the Raider field goal. And this one will be a 29-yard attempt. Carlson able to put this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Lions offense led by their running back headed out for the 2nd possession. As we transition into the 2nd half of the season, you can see he's the NFL's leader in rushing touchdowns. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The numbers for Gibbs from last week: 16 carries, 67 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, to no one's surprise, he gets an early rep right there, and they've been playing their best ball this season as they've built this winning streak. And that includes the ground game, where he's kept the offense productive and put them in position to win ball games. The question now is, can this defense that he's facing do what others haven't and finally put a stop to this streak?
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. The Lions at 5-4 now on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit.
Lions, 1st down. A gain of 14. And the Lions.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this is incomplete. He's trying to get it to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And it's second down. You look at this Niner defense. Against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass? And too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 6-0 our score after one. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a fourth down coming up. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. Remember, right now they are on a 6-game losing streak, trying to snap that. And a good sign is they've got the lead in the football. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Here's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
In motion comes the tight end left. Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. Purdy now to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. On fourth down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Lions will take over. Detroit's offense ready to take over. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on the shoot.
Oh, now Greer, he fumbled the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. Following the fumble recovery, Purdy. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
10 at the 23-yard line.
Off the option, here's McCaffrey. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
No gain.
2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Lions' 24-yard line.
They'll get this to Jennings over the middle. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down. It's complete to Diggs. And they'll get this down to the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And the 49er, first down. First down and goal to go.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Back to the ground attack here is McCaffrey. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
On the give here, Charbonnet. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Purdy. This is caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to widen their advantage. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
A quick throw, but incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, there's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
A short one there, taken in by Ferguson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the gun on 3rd down. Redding. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there's a 49er who's in some discomfort. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. And that will bring up 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Now, during that run, an injury here. We've got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Redding. He'll try to pick it up himself. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
As we both know, there's a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. Part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. So from the 26-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 56 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. they'll run with Gibbs. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets him down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Gibbs trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll try to run with Gibbs. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions have got it back to within a score.
13, Lions 7. York to kick off.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now, they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
There's a short one caught by Johnson. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Throwing here, Purdy. Underneath, caught by the tight end, Allen. And he is going to have the 49ers first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. There he goes, right side. Brandon Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, his 4th touchdown of the year. And the 49ers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Lions offense getting set once again. So a 6-carry drive the last go-around, touchdown on the end of it. We'll see if they can duplicate that here.
I think that they would like to. I know every runner that we've ever met would love to carry the ball more and more and more. In fact, we keep a ball in the booth just for demonstration purposes.
You're holding it right now.
I'm going to give it to you. Is it heavy? Is it that heavy?
No, it's pretty light.
It's pretty light, right? So keep giving it to him and let him do his work. It's not going to slow him down.
If it's light for me, it's definitely light for him. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. On first down, he'll drop to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Maybe that touchdown on the previous drive has re-energized this offense a little bit. They've been kind of sluggish until then, but they're showing signs of life here, and they get good yardage that time and a first down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Now nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
They'll let this go deep for St. Brown. And that is incomplete. Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Redding. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
From the gun on 3rd down. Redding. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Up the gut, McCaffrey. Able to avoid him. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there, just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Diggs, the motion man left. The first carry here for Jordan James. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Ryan Branch from the secondary in on the tackle. From a couple of yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8. Well, this time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Back to throw, Purdy. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Gibbs straight ahead. Shifts past him. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 82 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And this time they were ready for him as they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Redding. Man, and he hits him in stride. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 42. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Redding. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out in the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 24-yard line.
That's another Detroit Lions first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And able to work his way down to the 16.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now a 2nd and 2. Back to throw. Redding. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Lions are back within a score. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. They go play action here. Purdy. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
17 at the 18-yard line.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Throwing on 2nd and long. Purdy. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Here's Purdy. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, nice move in midfield. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on second down.
Pass complete. That's Lovett. And he's taken down inside the 30. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
A gain of 15. And the Lions first down.
Looking to throw. Redding. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And that's a nice one for the stat line, by the way. That last grab, his 50th on the year. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. This is Greer. And he stopped immediately there. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
No gain on the play. Second and 10. At the 49ers 18-yard line.
Now a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. So 8 yards on the completion there. And now it's 3rd and 3.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the 4th. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. And York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Well, it finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down. So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Purdy from the gun. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. And everybody thinking about the possible field goal on fourth. It would be 58 yards from here.
Purdy on a sneak. And he is going to have a Niners first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
And the 49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
McCaffrey running up the middle.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 73 yards now for McCaffrey. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
17-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd.
Now a handoff to Charbonnet.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now Purdy. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We've got one of those big blockers in some discomfort.
The kick by Carlson is good. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Lions offense set to take over. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
And that is incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
A gain of 4. And this is 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Purdy looking to throw. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. We'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10. So now the Lions down by 2, a little under 2.5 to go. Their 4-game winning streak in great danger. To Montgomery to begin the drive. On the determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Lions...
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
On the give, here's Gibbs. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Just the one timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Let's go.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Montgomery is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further.
At this stage, you've got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Here is Montgomery on 3rd and goal. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is up to 5. Ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. Now it's the Niners' turn, trailing by 5, 34 seconds to go. And they've got to travel the full 75 yards, and time is obviously a huge factor here. 1st and 10. Throwing, Purdy, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. To throw is Purdy. The throw left sideline falls incomplete. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, this is getting close to a no-win situation now. They've got one final shot. They're on their end of the field, and it's 4th and long. This might require a little extra razzle-dazzle to get it done.
That's to his running back, complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.